death. I'm seeing kids getting blown up. It's disgusting. I see people post up and they're taking sides and stuff like that. Like, is there really even a side to go with?
The news will definitely destroy you.
Talking about it.
Yeah.
They're not really doing much about it. Like, because I'm like, put your money where your mouth is. If you're going to help, go send some war efforts and go support and go protest. The fact of it is that, man, I'm just grateful for the life that we live and being able to live here in America where I don't have to worry about going out on the street and getting missiles.
Yeah, basically bringing like that bad energy into your home.
Yeah.
Spreading it to your friends. And your
Why are we devoting billions and billions of dollars for Ukraine, for Israel, when our own borders are unsafe?
It's crazy, right?
When the streets of San Francisco got more crackheads, more shits, more needles, more homicides. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another fire episode of the Winners Club podcast, where even when we don't win, we learn, and learning is a form of winning. And today we're going to take it a little sideways. This is a business podcast where we talk about mindset, business tips, strategy, everything that you need to become better at life, at business, make more money. But today I kind of wanted to talk about this. It kind of does affect it because it's fucked up what's going on. And I wanted to bring PJ in on this because, you know, he's so innocent. He's like, honestly, when I look at you, PJ, you're like that innocent little kid. So it's like, you know, this whole Israel and Palestine thing.
Yes. It's been all over the news. For
everywhere.
Like
I'm in the gym 5 a.m. and it's like I'm looking at the screens because I don't really bring an iPad or anything like that. And I'm just seeing death. I'm seeing kids getting blown up. It's disgusting.
It is really crazy. I mean, you know, my condolences to everything that's happening down there.
And,
but
you know, I see people post up and they're taking sides and stuff like that. And I'm like, is there really even a side to go with? Like, they're just killing people left and right. One side's killing, and it's crazy. I'm not political. I'm really not. I don't want to give a shit. Because
I'm really not either, but I try to be more. I feel like I should be more just because it is our world and we do live in it. And I feel like, you know,
I'm human.
Same thing. I mean, same. I mean, I just abide by good morals and just live by that. But just going back to, you know, everything that's happening in Israel, it's crazy, man. Like I don't consume like the news too much. I'm someone who's always tried to filter that.
Yeah.
And I definitely like realized that because it brings me back to like COVID times, right? Like that's the one time when I was like, man, like the news will definitely destroy you. So I've tried to keep it light on.
So I don't watch the news.
You don't at all?
Very rarely, except for it's on TV. So I'm kind of like,
it's
there.
It is there, yeah, all the time.
But now it's starting to, I'm seeing people start to bring it up in conversations. I'm seeing people, you know, they're talking about it.
Yeah.
They're not really doing much about it. Like, because I'm like, put your money where your mouth is. If you're going to help, go send some war efforts and go support and go protest.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing it. So they're really just talking to talk, I guess. And that's when I try to block it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to take a side because, number one, I don't think it's going to sound very insensitive, right? But this is a business podcast, and I think at the end of the day, I don't really see how it's affecting me in my life, my business, my children. But it does affect me in a sense that it makes me sad when I see these kids get blown up because it makes me think of my kids.
Yeah.
And I'm 100%. Thinking, man, like, how good do we have it? So the effect of it is that, man, I'm just grateful for the life that we live and being able to live here in America where I don't have to worry about going out on the street and getting missiles.
Yeah.
However, as we filmed this podcast today, there was a main shooter.
Oh, really?
In the States.
Oh,
again, I don't watch too much news, but it's just CNN. They put CNN and they put ABC and all that stuff on the TVs, and I'm doing my 30 minutes of cardio, and so I can't help but look at it. I'm like, man, what is going on with the world?
Are you talking about the shooter that went to? I think he went to 3 locations and
something. I don't know the details. He took out like 20 people.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yep. Crazy times, man.
Not safe, dude.
I don't know.
I feel like people talk about it.
Well, what's your opinion? I want to know, like, what is your opinion on, you know, the whole thing in Israel, and what do you think people should do?
At least what I'm seeing, okay, is that, yes, the Hamas, they started it, but the next day, Israel comes back with a brute force.
Yeah.
And they killed children, women, you know? And I'm like, holy smokes. Is that the right way to go about it? Like, aren't we at an, can't they target more like Hamas.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
go
for
after
sure.
the leader.
I mean, it's kind of like,
Why don't
fighting
you blow
fire
up-
with fire.
Why don't you blow up like the guys, the leaders, right? Take up the head.
Yes.
Why are you taking out innocent people?
Yeah.
Because obviously, I mean, they don't. I'm sure they don't care.
Yeah, for
Hamas,
sure.
the leader, probably doesn't care. He's ruthless, right?
For sure.
Maybe because he. But
I'm definitely not, I'm 100% not a fan of war. It's just definitely not, something that I completely, jive with or understand. But I don't think, fighting fire with fire is always like the best resolve. But I mean, what can you do?
well, it's time to get controversial because here's my thing, right?
Yeah,
I
let's
was
do it.
always taught. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but lately, man, I've been taught to follow the money.
Yeah.
Who is gonna gain from all this?
Who do you think is going to gain from all this?
Freaking America.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's territory, it's control. It's there's resources out that way.
Mm-hmm.
They support.
Mm-hmm.
It's always follow the money.
Definitely.
So, with that being being said, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna take a side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna focus my time, energy, and attention on what matters. What's most important to me,
Yeah.
which is my family, my business, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people are too consumed with this, but they just want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm not, and this isn't going out to the people that are actually going out there and they're protesting and they're actually doing the research, but there are just other people that just are using this as an excuse to not do stuff. Like,
Yeah,
to
for sure.
Like, not work and letting it negatively affect them. Like,
100%.
dude, I'm like, dude, I don't even want to be around these people no more. I'm like, yo,
Definitely.
you're a Debbie Downer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, either do something about it, or like talking and repeating the same shit over and over and over isn't really benefiting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing.
Definitely. I mean,
So-
do you? I completely hear what you're saying, and
I mean, I'm a little bit more blunt. I'm a little bit more.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely agree with you. I mean, I'm the same. I don't really like to. If I heard it once, I don't need to hear it 5 more times from you.
Yeah.
About the same situation. If there's no progression, nothing's getting better. And I think it's just at that point, it's that person's choice to like talk about it. They're creating, like we say all the time, they're creating the environment that is adding on to, the war in Israel. Like, you're basically bringing like that bad energy into your home, spreading it to your friends and your culture. And, I'm definitely not down with that. Like, that's something that just turns me off completely. But I want to ask you, what do you think about, do you think people should not be knowing of like what happens on the news and being aware of like what happens in the world? Because it is our world and we do all live in it, So what is your opinion on, being aware about the news and being up to date with current events?
I would say to a certain extent. I
Yeah.
understand that things are happening, but don't just like devote your life and stuff to it. You know
Definitely.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
People are going down rabbit holes. I'm like, dude, you should be taking that same energy, same time, and bettering your life.
Definitely. And I think that's the hard part, right? Because when all the media is pushing
and if
it
you're
out.
successful and you're already balling and you got free time up the yin yang, this isn't targeted towards you.
Yeah.
You've earned the time. But I'm talking about people who like, dude, take that hour that you just spent bullshitting, go work or go learn a new skill.
Yeah.
That's not a skill.
Right.
Like, knowing where Hamas came from, and I'm not probably butchering everything. Like, I can't even say their thing stuff right. But like, dude, knowing about that doesn't benefit you.
Straight up. Because like, if you're going to sit here and you're going to sulk and you're going to talk about how bad it is, like, compared to you putting energy in, it's like, oh, I'm gonna write a new song or I'm gonna write a book. Doing both of those, nothing's gonna change or do any effect to what's happening in Israel.
So here's my thing, though. You check this out. Ready?
Let's hear it.
More people.
Let's go.
I'm gonna piss off more people. We need to work within our borders,
Yeah.
right? Before we go and concern ourselves with everywhere else.
100%.
How? Like, I get it. People are dying over there, but people are dying here too.
Yeah.
Right? Like, where's the sympathy for the shooters? The main.
Exactly, right?
Right?
It's being all covered
so
up.
why don't we fix that first? Why are we devoting billions and billions of dollars for Ukraine, for Israel, when our own borders are unsafe?
It's crazy, right?
When the streets of San Francisco got more crackheads, more shits, more needles, more homicides,
more break-ins.
Yeah, like,
Break-ins even crazier.
why can't we fix that first?
Yeah.
Why can't we devote more money within our walls, within our borders, before we go and do all this other crazy stuff around the world.
Dude, I completely agree. I think like,
but again, follow the money.
Yeah. I think it's like, to me, I don't know. It's like a, you know how the world is. Everything's about like popularity and trending and stuff. And it's like people, just like the newest hottest Jordans, right? People want to be like, oh, I know those. I have those too. And it's like the new hottest newest problems. Like, I know about that. I feel bad too. You know, it's just like people. It's just like,
well, I'm going deeper because now we're talking about our politics funding that, not funding within our own stuff. So I'm like, man, this is just. Yeah, it's a waste.
Yeah, I don't know.
Such a waste, man.
Like, again, like I have a lot of condolences, right, and empathy for what's going on. But if I want to make a change and help, I could put, like you said, I could put that energy into being like, oh, dude, I wish I could have invested $1 million. It's like, well, how can I do that so next year or when something happens, I could donate. Right. Or it's like,
I think Andy Frisella said it best. He goes in a podcast I recently listened to. He goes, entrepreneurs will save the world.
I think so, too.
Entrepreneurs will, rise up, create jobs, create security. And so we need to invest more in them.
Yeah.
And that's why this podcast is around, too, because I want to inspire my listeners, like, go out there, earn money, become great, and become great business people. And I promise you, when you're more concerned with your business, you're not going to be concerned with hurting and causing hatred towards, races and stuff like that.
And then, like, even with all that, right? You have more money, you have more like connections. You could change more of the world at a quicker like speed.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And I think that's
like Elon Musk got money, and he's taking that money and building rocket ships to colonize Mars.
Yeah,
Takes money.
He could put like a public service amount on X.
He might give Israel its own little country in Mars on Mars.
Crazy, right? Crazy, right? So just like again, I just want to. I don't know, man. I feel like I have a lot I want to say now. Like, just it's just, man. Like when you want to do something, I think you should. He's like, oh, I want to help. I want to speak. I want to be heard. Like. Don't go to like your friends. Like you got to do it for the masses. It's like, why isn't your influence like better? Your personal brand is like, man, if you had like 100K, you can make some damage. You can make some damage in your community. Right. And I think putting your energy towards something more positive, even in a negative situation, it's possible. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, all these crazy stuff. I was watching Randall pitch, right? Somebody will always talk shit about you. Somebody will always bring you down, right? Because COVID times, obviously everything was shut down. His business was tough. And the one thing that he did that really like made a shit ton of money was making masks for people, right? And then hell of people are talking shit about him, like, oh, what the fuck? Like, you're trying to make money off dead people. And that's stupid because, like,
you're not dead.
Dude, sure, yeah. Granted, not everybody died, but like, some people did. But also, like, his business was taken away from him. Like, basically, like,
had to shut down.
hundreds of thousands of dollars was taken away from you to provide for your family, and like somebody else is trying to make you just provided for your family a bad situation. That's fucked up. Like, what else would you do in that time?
Capitalize.
Exactly.
But that's why I think there's war. Somebody's capitalizing.
Yeah, dude, man. Even
Lockheed Martin, one of those war companies. I bet you look at their stocks. I bet you it's probably going to shoot up soon. Who's supplying all the missiles?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Hey, I'm really thinking like, who's supplying all the guns?
Yeah.
Who's like, dude, somebody is making a boatload of money off this.
I bet, man.
And war is.
It's like that movie War Dogs. Have you seen it?
War Dogs, Lord of War, all those guys.
Crazy stuff, right?
All that stuff.
Like, there's people who like get in there and just like make money. So
so
probably winning right now.
With every time there's war, somebody's making a boatload of money. Yeah. Politicians are making money,
right? So why don't you guys go like make your money and try to help somehow? Try to help somehow, but it doesn't have to consume your life. Like, your life isn't the news. Like we get to happen for life still.
Yeah,
I stole that from a movie.
Hey, good steal.
He said, life doesn't happen for you. You happen to life.
My thing is, I think the message for this podcast, guys, is you got to shut out the news. Be aware of what's going on, but protect your mind.
Yeah, man.
Like protect the sanctuary right here.
Protect your peace. It's always 24/7. It's one of the most important things. And
that's why, like a long time ago, Mike Ferry said, "Don't watch the news." People, and it's funny because I know some people who religiously, when they wake up, they turn on the news.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you doing? That shit's just pure negative. Like they make money when there's bad headlines.
Yeah.
They don't make money when there's like good stuff. The people don't give a shit about that. Like they want to hear the chaos because that's what gets viewers.
Yeah.
Right. So turn that shit off. Protect your peace. Protect your mindset. Because what happens is that if you don't, and that little bit of negativity gets in there, it starts to mess with you.
Yeah.
And especially it starts to change your mood.
100%.
If it changes your mood in business, man, you're already you're at a loss.
Yeah, 100%, man. Don't let anything take your peace away from you, whether it's news, your friends, your freaking boss, your employee.
Hell, I protect this like crazy.
Yeah,
that's why I'm always in a light mood. People think I'm like, naturally all happy and joking and stuff. No, that's my defense mechanism.
Yeah, me too,
it's
bro.
It's how I disarm.
Yeah.
It's how I keep things light, and it's how I like, I'm gonna bounce up out of this room. This shit's not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. All right, guys. Well, that was a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed that pod. Share this with some 5 friends. Let's make some changes in the world, guys.
Peace
out.